Okay, so for the next one here, we have another formula. This one is for difference of two squares, and I call that dots for short. Dots for difference of two squares. Okay, so we're going to draw a rectangle, not a triangle. I mean, not a square, sorry, and not a triangle either. And this is supposed to look like a rectangle. One length is x minus 4, and the other is x plus 4. So here we have x times x is x squared, right? X times negative 4 is, okay, x times positive 4 goes here. And the last is negative 16. So what happens to these two middle terms? Oh, because negative 4x plus positive 4x is 0 x's, yeah? So we have x squared minus 16. So we call this the difference, because that's subtracted. Difference means subtract, of two squares. Where are you seeing the squares? What are they talking about? Difference of two squares. Where's a square? What's a square? 16 is a square, and x squared is a square. What are the perfect squares? When I'm talking about perfect squares or squares, 1 squared is 1. 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 5, oh, I skipped 4. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is, what's the next one? Yes? Okay, dot, dot, dot. So the perfect, when we say difference of two squares, we're talking about perfect squares, because this right here, expand and simplify, basically use FOIL here. X plus 4 times x minus 4. Everything about those two binomials are exactly the same except for the signs. So it's not the same as the last one where we squared the exact same thing. When we have two opposite signs, when we FOIL, x times x is x squared, negative 4x, positive 4x, minus 16. Really, I could skip that part because I know those middle terms, the oi in this case is going to cancel itself out. O minus I, right? Or they're opposite signs. So we have x squared minus 16. So this is the formula right here. If you see that you have the same exact numbers but opposite signs, I did them in reverse, you could just skip to square the first, x squared, square the last, and have a minus in between. So this would be another example, x plus 5, x minus 5. What would that equal just using the formula? X squared minus 25. Do you see how easy it is to FOIL those, right? And does it make sense why that works? The middle term is always going to cancel if they're exactly the same but have opposite signs. Does that make sense? Difference of two squares. They're called dots, and they're going to be the most fun when it comes to factoring as well, okay? So let's just do this one right here. What is this one going to be just on site? Can you tell? 9x squared minus 1, right? Because the inside is going to be 3x plus 3x, which gives you 0x. That's why there's nothing in between, yeah? So with these, you're really just going first and last. Yes, because the two signs are opposite, it always has to be subtract, yes. Okay, go ahead and try these examples.